Bless I family. This is a tree that my mom planted in the backyard, along with her garden where we have the string beans and all that stuff that we've been cooking coming off. So she planted this tree back here. And I kept on saying to her, why don't you chop this thing down? Why don't you cut it down? Because if you look at it, people, every year this is how it come out. There was apples, I think, on it before, which now I don't see any. I don't, and what have you. And this is how it is. And she said that it's infected or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, you're not getting nothing out of this tree. Why don't you chop it down? I keep telling her, why don't you chop it down? And then she said to me that she said, look at it, the tree like this. If to say, and then we had, of course, these pear. At least this time around, off of this pear one, it bring forth fruit this time around. But both of them she planted at the same time. So she said, look at it from this standpoint. What if when we don't bring forth fruit, the Lord just chop us down right away? And I was like, whoa, okay. Say what you have to say. So then she's like, that's how you have to look at life. She said, she planted 1, 2, the birds, as you can see, the birds benefit from this and they get their, cherries and they store up for the winter and what have you. And the squirrels was having fun with this one, of course. And she was able to get some peach from that. And this one, she wasn't. There's a lot of mosquitoes out here. They're biting me. So if you see the phone moving, that's the reason why. So, But then every year, this one is like this, where it's infected or whatever. So I said to her that more or less we're gonna have to dig around the root and do something for next year. And I said to her, come next year, if this thing now look better than this, we're going to chop it down. And then she said, it's so it is with us as Christians. If the Bible tells us that if we don't bring forth fruit, from our daily living, our Christian walk and so forth, he could just, chop it down from the root. But so then she was like, no, she's gonna, just like how you heal, you get hurt, injured, and you heal, and it's a process. You have to wait for the outer layer. There's 3 layers: the subcutaneous, the cutaneous, and the lower level. And so it is even with this tree. She'll prune it. She said she's gonna go around the edges and dig around. So we said, we'll clean up around the edges come next year and see what happened to make sure that this tree bring forth fruit where you can enjoy it. And this year I don't see them, so it seems like the squirrels at least is benefiting from it, and they're eating, storing up, and so forth. So even though we as humans cannot use benefit from this tree right now, but at least it feeds the squirrels and so forth, so at least they benefit from this tree. So I'm just saying to say, I saw the tree this year, it blossomed, but now all the apples that was on is gone. So at least the squirrels is able to eat from this tree, and store up things. Ooh, mosquito. Store up something for their benefit. So it goes to say, even for us as Christians, that sometimes God, we may not produce or bring forth fruit right away, but if we continue to seek the Lord and study to show ourselves approved, eventually we will become like this peach tree. Of course, the temperature drops, but like I said, she was able to get some from the peach this time around for us to enjoy and so forth. And eventually you know, we could get something from this one. But this is how tall this one is, and it's growing taller. But still, you know, we work the land and so forth. We get callaloo over here. Yeah, we have the tomato, string bean, and other things over there. We have Jamaican plantain, what have you, and all this other stuff. But you know, so it is for us as Christians. If we don't do as what the Lord asks us to do, trim around the edge, prune it, and so forth, we'll be like this tree, infected, infested, and so forth, bringing forth fruit, but it's not bearable, it's not edible for us to eat. But somebody will benefit from it, which is the squirrels. But we like to be able to benefit from it and eat the fruits of our labor. So just a word of encouragement for others. You know, don't be so quick to chop down, because like I said to her, I was like, what, this is what, the fifth year since she planted this, or 5 or 6 years, and they keep doing this. But the squirrels is enjoying it. So, but still, you know, or whomsoever, because I know in the early part of July the tree limbs was filled with fruits, but now they're gone. So somebody benefiting from it. So just a few words of encouragement, people. Let's trim, let's continue to tear off, drop off that which we think is right in the sight of God. But you know, allow the Lord to process us and work us out for our benefits. Next year we had peppermints over here and stuff, but we didn't do much with it this time. So yeah, wild nature took over. So blessings, everybody. Be blessed. Knowledge is power, and power is strength.